So long before I became a professional Muay Thai boxer, I was a lost adolescent. I mean, literally the first 21 years of my life, I was spinning in circles. At 15 years old, I started running the streets, abusing alcohol, abusing drugs, abusing nicotine, and it was literally self-destruction. But as a mental performance coach and being a retired Muay Thai fighter, running an operating a gym for 10 years in Rockaway Beach, I've learned a lot of things that I wish I would have known when I was a kid, but no regrets. All in hindsight, correct? You know, what does Steve Jobs say? We can't connect the dots looking forward. We can only connect them looking forward or looking backwards. So over the years, working with fighters and developing myself individually as a person, I've learned again what I call this fall 7 times stand up 8 concept, champions uprising. We're all champions, we're all on an uprising against what I shared last week, which are the 7 dictators: self-doubt, fear, disappointment, hardship, confusion, ego, and our own self-talk. And I shared with you also that Champions Act is that framework that I've developed over the last year or so to help you through those challenges of those dictators that are trying to hold you down and keep you oppressed. But on the flip side of that, I talked about the formula for F7 S8. How do we stand up 8 times? I believe there's a code of conduct that every champion should embody. And champion is actually an acronym, which is 8 letters long. The first one is courage. As a champion, you want to understand how to take action in the face of fear. Not getting rid of fear, not pretending like it's not there, but taking action, having the courage to say, okay, this thing that I have, or this challenge that I have in front of me, it's scary, but I know that if I can conquer this, this will just make me stronger for the next time something comes around. Second one is H, hunger. Having that open mindset, that desire to keep learning, to keep growing, to, as a fighter, it's to gain more skills, travel the world, fight bigger fights. As an athlete in any other sport, you want to have that hunger. You want to stay ready to learn and evolve. A stands for audacious, having audacity, being willing to take bold risks, to get out of your comfort zone. Because if you stay in your comfort zone, we know what that means. We spin in circles, right? We don't grow. We don't evolve. So being audacious means getting out of your comfort zone. M stands for being mission minded, having a goal and working towards your goal or your what I call purpose in life. P, having patience, understanding that the journey is not a sprint, it's a marathon. No matter what skill you're working on, you're not going to develop it overnight. You're not going to be world class at your sport overnight. You're not going to hit home runs in a week when you start learning baseball. You're not going to be shooting 3 pointers as a basketball player from day one. Having the patience to say, okay, it's going to be a long road. And and also knowing that it's not just about the destination. It's about the journey, the habits that'll get you there. I, having integrity, being and acting like who you say you are. As a dad, I don't I do my best to make sure that what what I reminded myself as a kid, that I wanted to make a name for myself. I didn't want to follow my father's footsteps. And I've had challenges. I've gone back and forth, but I always have this integrity to fall back on. I'm a loving, caring husband and father. for my sons and for my wife. And I do my best every day to have my actions align with who I believe I say I am on the inside. O stands for ownership, taking responsibility, not pointing fingers and blaming and saying this person did that. This, this, society is what's causing me my pain and suffering. When in reality, we can't control what's going on outside of us. We know that. The only thing that we can control are our thoughts, our feelings, and our own actions. That's ownership. Owning the fact that we can't control other people. We can control ourselves. And the last one is N for nobility. Carrying yourself with respect and honor. It's not about being bigger or thinking that you're at a higher status than other people around you. Nobility is having this respect for yourself so that you can project that respect on others. Every fight that I've lost, I've never kicked, screamed, and cried and complained. I carried myself like, again, a champion with nobility. Held my head high and say, okay, that didn't go my way. What can I do next time to better? What can I do now moving forward to better myself? So if you can embody these 8 ethics or values or principles of a champion, that'll give you that foundation to make sure those 7 dictators are never running roughshod on you. So again, if you feel like this video is valuable to you, it helped open your mind to a new way of thinking, or you might know somebody that needs to hear this, definitely pass it along, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Champ up.